Hey guys, welcome to another review. Welcome to my review for the movie Elemental, Disney Pixar's Elemental. This is the new Pixar movie, and it's Pixar's first romantic comedy. I'm actually a big fan of romantic comedy, so I was very curious about this. I remember when the trailers came out, it was about like elements and stuff. I thought that was kind of a cool, clever idea. When the trailers came out, I was incredibly worried because it didn't look particularly good. And then when I went to the Cannes Film Festival, people were saying, this is not that great, this movie. So I was very nervous about this movie because Pixar has not been doing great lately. Like, Lightyear was underwhelming, Turning Red was pretty terrible. I didn't mind Luca and Soul. I think those were pretty solid movies, but their last two, not great. So I didn't know what to expect from Elemental. And it's directed by the guy who did fucking The Good Dinosaur. So, a very generic and forgettable Pixar movie, and now this one is just like The Good Dinosaur, a very generic and forgettable Pixar movie. This movie is a romance between a fire character and a water character. It's about this world of the four elements of fire, air, earth, and water. And they all live in their lands and they live their lives and they make their worlds function and stuff. And then a water element meets a fire element and they spawn a friendship and almost a romantic connection. And the movie is about them trying to find out if they can have a romantic connection, because this movie is an entire metaphor of like interracial relationships, because they don't mix. Elements don't mix together, especially fire and water, which are the opposite of each other. So they have to try to make their relationship work, but also try to get to know each other's families and try to blend into their different worlds and environments and learn about their kind of cultures and stuff. This entire movie, again, is a metaphor of interracial relationships and also immigrants and stuff. I'm not saying that's not bad. Like, those are very good messages to put in kids' films if done properly. This one doesn't do that great. The movie it's a romantic comedy, and I guess the romance is fine. The comedy is terrible. This entire movie is trying to be like super funny, cutesy funny, rom-com and stuff. It is just annoying, this movie. The comedy is unbearable. The romance is glitch. It's a romantic comedy, and it's got all the romantic comedy cliches, but none of the charm, wit, or likability. None of these characters, the two main characters, the girl, the fire element girl, is so unlikable, and the water element guy is annoying, and oh god, he's supposed to be like this like bubbling guy, doesn't know what's going on, and just, I don't know, like, he's kind of like the fish out of water and stuff, and he is so fucking annoying. Like, he's supposed to be the funny character, and oh my god, I just want him to shut up. Like, and she was just not that likable, and it was hard for me to root for her, and it's hard for me to root for this couple and stuff. And I'm like, they're trying to have this romantic chemistry, but I'm like, I feel like they're not always the best for each other, and this is supposed to be a romance movie, and it's supposed to be a comedy, and I'm not laughing, so it's not really making either one of those things work for me. And I get that what the messaging is about interracial relationships, and it's very obvious. It's like there's no subtlety in this movie. It's very obvious what they're doing about immigrant families and interracial relationships. I know exactly what they're doing, and I don't like how they did it because it's too on the nose. Zootopia is about racism, but it's done in a clever way, and it's more subtle about that. And it's also a good story with good characters. This one is all about the messaging. And I'm like, I feel like they made this movie to have that message and stuff. And I'm like, okay, you don't make a movie to support the message. You make a movie and just have the message in it. It should be about the movie and the characters and not about the message. But the movie is trying to be all about the message and stuff. I'm like, that's not why you make a movie, just all about the message. So it just didn't work for me. It just really didn't work for me. The animation, there's some really, really cool animation signs, and some of the worlds and some of the creative worlds of I wish they would explored more of the worlds because it's mostly like the fire, and we see some water and earth and air, but a lot of fire. And I wish we explored more of the worlds. But the worlds we do see are really good, and the designs are really good, and some of the background characters and designs are really well constructed and stuff. There's even some side characters that I wish the movie focused more on them than these two boring main characters. I wanted so much more from this. I just kind of left the movie thinking like, it's just another kids movie to me. That's all I felt. The animation was decent. Some of the music was okay, and like it's a harmless movie. There's nothing harmful about this movie, and I can see kids watching it and some enjoying it and some probably being bored by it. But I just left the movie feeling. Ugh. It wasn't like Strange World where it was just unbearable to sit through. It was just kind of like blah to me. Nothing special. And this is supposed to be Pixar. This is the studio who did Ratatouille, The Incredibles, Up, Toy Story, Finding Nemo. Like this studio made some quality movies, and I feel like they're really lacking. I thought Luca was supposed to like bring them forward because that movie was so good, but after this and then Lightyear and Turning Red, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But yeah, I thought this was more tolerable than Turning Red. I thought that movie was irritating as fuck, but what are you gonna do? I wouldn't recommend this movie, but if you're a diehard Pixar fan, you're loving all these Pixar movies, especially the recent ones, I think you're gonna love it because it seems like people just love all Pixar movies, no matter how crap they are. But this is just not up to the Pixar quality and the level that they should be at. For me, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give Elemental a 5 out of 10. It's just middle of the road, generic. I won't even remember this movie existed in a year. Kind of like Lightyear, so that's my opinion. So let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited to see Elemental? Do you think Pixar has lost its way? Give me thoughts and opinions. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the dark side.